That was so much fun. I trusted my gut. I'm so glad that I did. Like, I would not have started my Friday this way with me experiencing so much joy and love, and then also getting to share that with all of those people at the bagel shop. Like, I just looked around and everybody's like, what's this girl doing? But they were all smiling. And I got to contribute to that because I showed up as me. And that is such a beautiful lesson, and something that I want to highlight with the Trust Your Gut method. Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Trust Your Gut challenge. So before we begin, I'm just going to tap into my heart a little bit because I learned that actually helps me speak from a better place. Okay, much better. Today I'm going to try trusting my gut through food. So, as somebody who has done this before, I've tried a variety of food and I've been able to tap into how my body responds to food. I figured that I would take you guys along the journey. Knowing my body, I've been avoiding gluten, dairy, eggs, and certain seed oils and like processed foods, especially lately, because as I get more energetically sensitive to things in my environment, what I'm consuming, the people that I'm around, I've become much more sensitive to food as well. Now, this is something that I struggled with when I first started out in my health journey. For those of you who don't know, I started my health journey through having my own health issues, and the first thing that I did was cut out all processed foods for Lent when I was a senior in high school. And I did this mainly because I was an athlete, I was in sports, and I just wasn't feeling that great. And also I would notice that my focus would drift during class. I couldn't stay alert for the whole day of school. I would get headaches and just not feel my best. And then my gut, I would feel bloated and just kind of blah. So overall, just sense of there is something going on with my body. Now, I didn't put the 2 and 2 together that it was related to food until I gave up those processed foods and I started drinking more water. Those 2 things alone made a huge difference in how I personally, physically felt in my body. And once I started to realize that I was feeling so good without these foods, I was like, there is something to this. So I went to do all the research that I could to figure out the connection between food and your physical health. But I also saw that the food you consume affects not just your physical body, but also your mental health and emotions and spiritual health or energy. Fast forward almost 10 years later, here I am, and I've gone down this huge journey of discovering what does it mean to be healthy and how do we support ourselves so that way we can go out and do the things that we're meant to do. So today I wanted to have day 2 of this Trust Your Gut challenge be a way that I bring you guys into my world of trying different foods and seeing how my body responds. So last night I was craving a New York bagel with cream cheese. I was in New York in the beginning of the year, and as any of you know, New York is known for bagels. New York bagels are not just like any other bagel. They are their own breed. So I'm on a hunt today to go find the closest thing I can find to a New York bagel in Florida. Now, a little disclaimer here. I noticed that when I was in New York and I was eating bagels, they kind of sit a little heavier in my gut, and the mixture of the gluten plus the cream cheese, the dairy and the cream cheese, I sometimes feel a little bit off. Now, I've been pretty good and pretty clean about avoiding gluten, dairy, eggs, all the things like I said, pretty much since I came back from New York, which was a couple weeks ago. I thought that it would be a fun experiment today for me to go and eat it again, reintroduce it back into my body, and see how I feel. A suggestion that I would make for anybody who eliminates foods from their diet, I do recommend that you introduce them one at a time, not multiple foods together that you were avoiding, because you eat gluten, dairy, eggs, seed oils, whatever, all those things in combination, if you respond negatively, you wouldn't know which ingredient did you dirty. For anyone who wants to try this, I do recommend going one ingredient at a time. Today, I'm being slightly rebellious and imperfect by eating gluten and dairy. I easily could go and do this perfectly and be like, okay, I'm gonna cut out all these foods for 30 days and then slowly reintroduce them one at a time. For me personally, I already know what that's like because I've done it multiple times. I've done the elimination diet. So for 30 days, you cut out the most common allergens out of your diet. And then after those 30 days, you slowly reintroduce one of those foods at a time and you check to see for any symptoms, whether that's a rash, a headache, fatigue, bloating, nausea, joint pains, like anything like that. You pay attention to how your body responds. So I already kind of know what my body does, but I figured it'd be a fun little experiment to try it again after cutting these foods out, and we'll see what happens. Plus, I just had the craving and it sounded good. So I'm gonna trust my gut here, and we're gonna go find the best bagel I can find in the area. Okay, I have arrived at the bagel place right there. And as I was driving, I was thinking, this feels so silly. My experiment today is that I'm going to be going to eat a bagel and film myself eating the bagel and tell you my experience. Like, it feels so silly. It's so random, but it's not, because it's more about what it represents. And it's about trusting your gut, right? Like, I am teaching you guys in real time how I am trusting my gut. Yes, I've eaten bagels and cream cheese before, and I've had different responses. Like, my body has responded differently. One time it might have felt like it sat in my gut. Another time it might have, caused a little bit of a rash in my face. Another time I might have felt completely fine. The beauty of living life and going out and doing different things is that you get to just figure it out as you go. And you learn through the process of trying new things, or trying things you've done before and seeing if the result's different depending on the context. The other thing that I thought about was, like, should I tell the people there that I'm doing this video, or should I just go in and film? And I thought about that answer, and I'm like, I should just trust my gut. And what does my gut tell me? My gut tells me to go in there and be friendly and just be like, hey, I'm doing a fun little experiment, and bring them in on it, because that sounds fun to me. And my gut, my intuition is like, ooh, yeah, like that sounds like a great idea. I trust my gut today. My gut told me to come here and do this for day 2 of the challenge, so here I am. So let's go inside. Sunny day. Okay, you're brave. We're here. I am going to get a bagel with cream cheese. I don't know which spread to get. Which do you recommend?
We have a whole bunch. I have my list right here. We have veggies, really popular, scallion. If you want a sweet one, we have honey walnut. I'm thinking to stick with plain.
I'm thinking savory. So either the garlic herb or scallion. Which do you recommend?
Let's do garlic herb.
Okay, we'll do garlic herb.
And then what kind of bagel?
Oh my gosh. So many options. Let's see. Let's do, I feel like an everything bagel is always a good pick.
Okay, let's toast it for ya. Perfect. With garlic herb. Anything else?
Maybe a drip coffee.
Your coffee?
Just do black coffee.
Got it.
What's the smallest size you have?
Sir, can we start your order?
That's it.
Are we taking it to go?
Ooh. I'll eat it here.
Eat it here.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right, we're gonna try the Jamaican coffee. Actually, do you mind? Thanks. That's good. Ooh, that smells good. Ooh, that is good. It's almost like it's like a mocha coffee, but it's not, there's no chocolate in it. So we've got Mamma Mia playing. Dancing queen today. We got got the everything bagel with some garlic herb cream cheese, and I got the Jamaican drip coffee to go with that. Yum! Let's dig in. Ooh. The garlic is so strong. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is like full garlic. Okay. I'm still alive. I might melt from the sun, but so far so good. Oh, now I'm sad I'm outside. Maybe I'll go back inside. That was fun in there. It's not technically a New York bagel, but it's pretty close. It's got the crispy outside, soft chewy inside. I think the garlic is definitely overpowering. I don't know if I would do the garlic herb again. I didn't realize it'd be like this garlicky. Vampires better watch out. Fun fact about garlic, when I would see patients in the clinic, I would do full gut panel functional testing to figure out what was going on with their gut. And I'd look at their full microbiome. So oftentimes I'd find with a lot of patients, they'd have something called SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, where the microbiome is out of balance, but the bacteria that's overgrown is often harmful or bad bacteria in the gut that's grown out of balance from the good bacteria that you want to have in your gut. So oftentimes the treatment for SIBO is to give somebody allicin or garlic at like a higher concentration. So technically, eating this garlic bagel is good for my gut if I were to have SIBO. The garlic would help to kill off the bad bacteria. So that's often why it's also good for your immune system, because it helps to fight off infections. Yeah, so you know what? I trusted my gut. I got the garlic herb, and my gut is actually benefiting from it. So cheers to that. But it might be a little bit too much garlic for my taste, for my palate. Oh no, out of my pants. Okay, so what does trust your gut mean to you?
Okay, I feel like trust my gut, but trust my head at the same time. Go forward with knowing what you're gonna do. Trusting myself.
Okay, so what's an example of you doing that?
Okay.
Just tap in, trust your gut right now. Like, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Giving a presentation, and trusting my gut, knowing that I'm going to rock it.
I think you're gonna rock it.
Thanks. You too.
And we're matching.
Yay. Perfect.
So how do you trust your gut?
Go right to my heart. Not the gut, the heart.
All right.
That's it.
And what did you just say? Love
Love
what?
yourself first.
All right. What was your name?
Denise.
Denise. Yay. That was so much fun. And you know what? I was not expecting to interact with the people there as much as I did, but I trusted my gut and said, you know what, we're going to get a bagel at this place. When I looked them up online on Google Maps, I was like, it's good energy there. I just like feel good energy. They had good reviews, so I just like, why not try it out? The last lady that I just asked to like, what does trust your gut mean? She said to me on the way out, she said, keep sharing love and joy into the world. I think what I'm realizing through this challenge, even though it's only day 2, is that when you trust your gut and you go places that you don't know why, or you might not have a definitive answer of like, or you feel silly, or fear gets in the way, or any kind of anxiety, negative emotions, and you do it anyway, it always pays off. And there's so much joy, there's so much love. Like, I would not have started my Friday this way with me experiencing so much joy and love, and then also getting to share that with all of those people at the bagel shop. Like, I just looked around and everybody's like, what's this girl doing? But they were all smiling. And I got to contribute to that because I showed up as me. And that is such a beautiful lesson, and something that I want to highlight with the trust your gut method. And I actually feel okay. My body feels good, surprisingly. Maybe not surprisingly. but we'll see how I feel throughout the day after eating that garlic infused bagel. I definitely have the taste of garlic in my mouth, and I'm sure I'm gonna smell like this all day, so yeah, that's like the only downside, but we'll take it for all the positives. Okay, it has been an hour since getting back from the bagel shop, and so far I feel pretty good. My skin hasn't really changed, my gut feels good, I don't feel bloated, my energy is pretty stable, but I also have been drinking coffee, so could be from that too, but otherwise we're feeling good. Okay, so now it is 4:30 p.m. and I've noticed some physical symptoms. My throat feels a little bit dry and scratchy, and I got super tired around 2:30, and I'm trying to decide if that's from the coffee or from the bagel or the cream cheese. Again, hard to say, but my gut says that it's more related to the coffee and the caffeine wearing off. But yeah, I did feel like a little hint of nausea, but it went away. So yeah, otherwise I feel pretty good. All right, so it is the end of the day and I'm feeling okay. The only thing that's persisted was this like scratchiness in my throat, which I think is related to the garlic. Knowing what I know about what garlic does and how it helps to kill bacteria and work with the immune system, my guess is that that's what's going on in my throat to break up bacteria or something maybe. Again, just trusting my gut here. And then it also could be from the coffee and the dryness of that, but I doubt that it was the coffee because when I've drank coffee before, it hasn't done that. So I'm gonna guess it's the garlic. But anyway, thanks for tuning in and being on this journey with me. Today was day 2, so stay tuned for day 3 tomorrow. And if you've enjoyed this challenge so far, feel free to comment below some takeaways, lessons, insights, and what is something that you're gonna do today to trust your gut. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that way you don't miss out on the rest of the challenge. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. All right, what did you just say about my smell?
Oh boy, that's strong.
Yeah, that's a strong smell of garlic apparently.
Oof. Yeah. Keep the windows open.
So, windows are open. Bad news, probably won't be having the garlic cream cheese again. Good news is that at least my mom's my hot date tonight.
Or Dracula, at least he'll stay away.
I already talked about that earlier. All right, this is my final update. I keep thinking it's going to be the end, and then there's something else that comes up. Here's what I think happened. Eating that much garlic at once caused a histamine reaction in my body. I say this because garlic can be a histamine mobilizer, meaning that it can cause histamine to mobilize throughout the body and cause symptoms such as sore throat, runny eyes, itchy skin, headaches, dizziness, things like that. I feel like that's what's happening right now in my body, is that the garlic instigated this histamine response. And why it happened for me and why it might not happen for others is because, one, I'm very sensitive in general. 2, within the past 6 to 12 months, I've been exposed to mold a few times, and I have known mold toxicity. Mold suppresses your immune system, or basically it overwhelms your immune system because your immune system's trying to fight off the mold, and so it doesn't have as much resource to fight off of other things. But essentially, mold can already cause a histamine-like reaction in your body, and so there are other things that can then trigger the release of more mast cells to release histamine and all the fun things. I won't bore you with the science, but that's what happened, and I trusted my gut to know that there was something off that I was feeling and I just couldn't put my finger on it, and then did a little bit of research, and then I was reminded of garlic being a histamine releaser instigator. So what I'm doing to support my body is I am drinking some chamomile tea with some honey Chamomile is very calming, antihistamine, and the honey is also supportive of being antimicrobial and soothing for the throat. And then I also took 1,000 milligrams of liposomal vitamin C, which will help to stabilize the mast cells and histamine as well. So part of trusting your gut is tapping into your body and understanding and recognizing that something's off and then supporting yourself that way. So here we are. Anyway, next time that you start to notice different symptoms throughout your body, know that there is a reason for it and trust your gut.